Guys, we are going to learn some more tricks and tips and fun stuff about Inventor, and hopefully do something kind of fun, build something kind of neat while we do so. So we're going to build a coffee mug. So I'm going to start with the part like I have before. Okay, and we're going to start with a 2D sketch. Okay, this time I'm going to select the XZ plane, and the reason is because you'll see I'm going to build the cup from the bottom up. But I'll click on that for my 2D sketch. Okay, I'm going to start with a circle. I am going to just go ahead and find that green dot in the center with the 0, 0 of the XY, and I'll just make a circle. Okay, then dimension my circle. So I click dimension up here, click on my circle, and let's make it 3 inches. Make it 3.5. I don't know. We can play with this. If we don't like it, we can do other things later. And I'll just say finish sketch. Okay, so there is my circle. All right, so now we're going to extrude that circle. And again, we can play with this all we want. Let's go like, I don't know, let's try 6. Okay, whoa, that looks way too tall for a coffee mug. Interesting point. How do we fix things? You could undo, but you could also go over here to extrusion. So this is called our browser bar, and this keeps track of everything we do. So we can always go fix things if we need to change them. And here's the extrusion. If I hit the plus sign, I could go ahead and I could edit the sketch. I could change this. Maybe I want this to be 3.25. Okay. Or maybe I don't. Maybe I want it to go back to 3.5. Sketch. But I could also edit the extrusion. Double click on the icon. And let's do like 4.5. Let's see. That looks like a better size mug to me. That looks like a normal size mug. So let's do a couple things here. Let's go. I'm going to use a new tool called Shell. Okay. And I'm going to give the thickness this is how thick my cup wall is. Let's go 0.2 for my thickness. Remove faces. And I'm going to select here. And I say OK. And you can now see that I have created a cup pretty easily. So there we go. Now, let's go ahead and put, we don't want these sharp edges in our cup. So we'll go ahead and put on a fillet. It is fillet. Okay, the 0.125. I think that's okay. We can always change things. Let's see how that works. But I just select that edge. Okay, that looks nice. And, maybe I select, I'm trying to think here. Let's go ahead and select the bottom. Okay, looking really good. Maybe the inside. Okay, yeah, that looks good. There we go. Got a nice little cup there. Now, I can see that I made a mistake because my cup was only 0.2 thick, and I used 0.125 for each of the fillets, so it overlaps. It actually created kind of a sharp edge. So I'm just going to undo, and I'll just delete that fillet over here. So I go over here, I right-click, I'll just hit delete. Okay, let's try it again. Let's go fillet, and I'll do 1.25 for the bottom. I like that. Okay, then I'll go fillet again, and this time I change it to 0.1, and that should be half of each of those. Now, ooh, look at that nice round lip. Okay, let's put on a handle. Okay, so I'm gonna do a couple things. I'm gonna go ahead and put in an axis. So I select axis up here, and I click, and that just puts in an axis. It follows the center point, and it's going to give us a reference here. So let's play with the plane tool. Okay, I'm going to select the axis here. Okay, then I'm going to go over here to origin. Okay, and this kind of gives me all the planes, and I'm going to select the YZ. Okay, it says 90. It doesn't really matter, but I'm just for fun. I'm going to put 0, and I'll say OK. That created a plane that slices my mug in half. And when I have a plane, I can now draw on a plane. I can't draw on a curved surface, but I can draw on a flat surface. So let's go start 2D sketch. Select this new plane that I just selected here. And I might do a couple things, a couple little tricks. I'm going to go ahead and right-click on my mouse, and I'm going to go Slice Graphics. And what that does, it doesn't actually hurt my drawing, but it just lets me look through here. It creates what's called a section. It's cut mine in half so I can see through it, and I don't have the issue of the other half of the mug in the way of what I want to do. So again, it'll come back once I finish sketch. But I'm going to go ahead and draw a handle. I'm just going to guess on some things. You know, I don't know. Sure, that looks pretty good to me. Here, I'm going to make sure that it's the same levels up there. Pretty good. Press escape. I'm going to use the fillet tool again. I'm going to go with the bigger fillet. This is 0.25. Let's see if I like that. And let's go that's not enough. Go cancel. Control Z will undo it. Let's go fillet again. Let's go 0.5. Let's see if I like that. Maybe. I still think that that could be better. So again, Control Z, or I can always hit the undo right here. Okay, and undo. We'll fill it one more time. Let's try 0.75. Let's just kind of see. Oh, and I can also, without clicking, if I just kind of hover, hit the corner, hover, I can see what it's going to look like. Oh, okay, I like that a little better. That looks good to me. Now I've created a nice, round handle there. Okay, put that away. Let's use another new tool here. We're going to use the offset tool, and we're going to offset this. So I click on this, and now I can offset and create the inside of the handle. So I'm going to type in 0.25, kind of a thickness. What I like there. Now that I'm kind of seeing it, I don't love that thickness. I think maybe a little thicker. So I'm going to click in here. I'm going to go like 0.3. Let's see. So all I did to do that was I just double clicked on the dimension. Okay, I like it so far. I'm gonna go finish sketch. Then again, see my mug came back. I didn't lose anything. And we have this handle, this sketch here. Oh, I made a mistake. So let's go ahead and perfect example of how we can fix this. So over here is sketch 2, and if I just hover over sketch 2, it'll like highlight green the handle, so I can see that that is what I need to edit. So let's edit it. By double clicking here, and I can click here and here, make sure I get those green dots. That should close my shape. Now I can extrude that. So let's go extrude. Okay. A couple things with extrude. We're going to do a little different kind of extrude. Instead of just going one direction, we're going to go two directions. So I can make it go that way if I want to. But in this case, I want to go symmetric. I want to go two ways. And I'm going to go with like a 0.4 maybe. Again, if I just kind of like look at it, I can see, okay, let's go 0.5. A little thicker. Looks more like a cotton handle to me. I'll say okay. Okay, looking pretty good. Okay, let's get that fillet tool out again, and let's kind of edit this. So click on the edges, and that's going to kind of round those out. I can always use this to kind of navigate around to see other parts. I like that. That looks pretty good to me. Starting to look like a really good little mug. Okay, but now, of course, we have the problem that it doesn't touch. It's floating. It doesn't touch the mug. So what we're going to do is I'm going to click and hold here until I can get to where I can see this face right here. That's what I want to see. Okay, and I'll go Start 2D Sketch, and I'm going to click on that face. That's going to create a plane right there. So now I'm going to use a new tool. I want to be able to see these, okay? And little tool that you got to scroll with the wheel to go in and out. And I can also push down on the wheel, and it gives me a hand tool, and I can see where I want to be. So I'm going to use the Project Geometry tool. And what this tool is, it's going to take geometry that already exists, for example, this face, when I get to highlight there, boom. And I'm going to reuse it. Oh, okay, so I've now brought that geometry out, okay? And I could even go if I wanted to. Oh, I'll go, okay. And I'll press, get out my command. But I could also go here, I could also go Slice Graphics again and just get rid of the mug if I wanted to. That could have made my life a little easier, probably. But now I can see, again, that this geometry and this geometry, this is what I want. I'm going to draw, I'm going to extrude these two pieces. So I'll go Finish Sketch. There it is. It's back. Okay. I'm going to go Extrude. I'm going to select this. And look, it's going too far. It wants to go a distance. So we're going to use a new kind of extrusion as well. Okay. And I'm going to go use this one right here called 2. Okay, so I want to go 2, and then I want to go to a surface, and I want to go to the surface of my mug. So I'll click on it, and I'll say OK. Now if I look at it, it should have perfectly contoured. You can see that now it's contouring the edge of the mug. Really good there. Okay, so there's my mug. It's looking pretty good. I'm liking it. Okay, we're going to do one more thing together, a couple more things together, I guess, but one more big one. Okay, I'm going to go plane again. So I need a new plane because I want to draw on my mug. And I'm just going to go ahead and click on this face here. I'm going to select the YZ. Okay, and that creates a plane on the face of my mug. If I look, see it's right there on the face. Okay, go. And I'll go Start 2D Sketch. Select that plane. Okay. I'm going to also project geometry because I want to use this geometry mostly just to kind of see where things are. So I get those yellow lines. Okay. And I'm going to create text. We'll call, say Myers. Myers rules #1 all time. There we go. We'll make this a center. I don't know. You can play with this. We can come back. Say OK. Oh, a couple things there. I can see already there are issues. So let's fix a couple things. I'll escape out of whatever I'm doing here. I'm going to click on this. I'm going to select the rotate tool. Okay. And I've already selected it, but if I did it, I can undo. I'll show you again. I can also hit rotate and then go select, and then select this. Center point, just need to pick a center point, and select here. We didn't select this. Go command. Something's not working there. Let's try it one more time. Select there, rotate. There we go. Center point. And we want it to go at a 90. Okay, I could also type it in right there if I wanted to. So it looks like 90, but it was 270. There we go. That looks better. Move it to where I want to put it. But I also don't, it's too small. So go bold for sure. Let's change the font size. I'm going to try 0.5. Oh, yeah, that's looking good. I can move it to where I like it. Myers rules #1 all time. That's looking pretty good. I'm going to finish sketch. Okay. But now it's still floating. It's not on there, right? It's not on my mug. And I want it on my mug. So we're going to go ahead and use the emboss tool. Emboss. Engrave, or you could do emboss. Emboss protrudes out. Engrave goes in. Okay. So I'm going to select my text. Actually, making sure my text turns green. Okay. I'm going to do, let's do an emboss. Okay. Let's see here. And we're going to wrap to face. Okay, so I want to select this face. And let's see if that works. Oh, there, looking good. Okay. A little too protruded to me. Like, I don't really want sticking out that far. So let's fix it. So I'll just double click on my emboss over here. 0.1. Let's try 0.0. A lot. Okay. A couple other things before we're quite finished. One, let's give it something. Let's go gold. Ooh, yeah. The Myers mug should really be solid gold. I like that a lot. Okay. And then let's turn off all these planes because they're distracting. We don't need them anymore. So if I just go over here and I right-click on my plane, and I can go down to uncheck visibility, and it goes away. Do the same to my work plane 1. Uncheck visibility. It's still there, but I don't want to look at it. Let's see here. Go ahead, and I think that should be it. Let's see here. This axis, I don't really want to look at that axis anymore either. I'll delete that. Oh, cancel. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. That was not good. I'm just not seeing. Oh, my axis is probably part of my work plane. So there you go. So I just hit the plus sign on my work plane right click. And you guys, if you do that, should have a pretty dope little mug, okay? Like so. All right. Interested to see what you guys can do. You can get creative. You could go, you don't have to do the standard mug like I did. You can put whatever kind of stuff on there. I could have gone in here and, also selected little pieces like that, given that a different color. Made it pop out. You could do that as well. So there's different things you could do to make this thing pop. Shapes, you can do images, but you guys should play with that. I'm excited to see what you guys come up with. All right, enjoy.